Hi everyone, in today's video I'm leveraging our blog titled Analyzing 100 Plus Commission Structures Key Learnings. At Sales Cookie, we help our customers automate their commissions. So we actually surveyed our own technical team because they've reviewed over 100 plus different commission structures, and we wanted to glean from them 10 best practices that you could use to potentially streamline your commissions. So number one, pay for individual results when individuals drive success. So this is really important to define whether your success is based on revenue, profit, and growth, and who within your sales team is driving that success. Obviously, if it's individual reps driving as individual contributors, the commission should be directly based on what the reps do and the actions they perform. Number two, encourage collaboration and teamwork when it makes sense. So in some sales environment, you can't go at it alone. You really have to work as a team. So your commission structure needs to promote that team synergy and take into account every contributor's involvement. And say they have a manager who's got really a facilitator, coach role, you could pay a flat fee versus splitting commissions based on each contributor's role, across the team. Also, in a team-based environment or goal, you want to think about a plan B. What happens if one team member gets sick or quit? Because that's going to negatively impact the rest of the team. Lesson number three, pay for results directly under the seller's control. So sometimes reps might get lucky. They just happen to be at the right place at the right time or in the right territory, or they're taking advantage of, having an auto renewal on a client when they didn't really want, they weren't involved in helping with that renewal. So what do we want to do? We want to make sure that commissions are really based on results, and the sales that are derived from direct and observable actions are what's being counted. And this will help you in the long term because the reps will feel that that's a fair environment. Number four, adjust commissions based on sales aggressiveness and sales impact. So for example, if you're selling auto parts, that could be a fairly routine activity versus selling a car, because now that requires a higher degree of involvement. Your rep needs to be more aggressive, and the more impactful the sale, the larger the commission should be. So we want to make sure you're thinking in terms of risk, level of involvement, and impact when you're considering the commission payouts. Number five, pay commissions as soon as possible. So a lot of our customers right now want to pay commissions only when they get paid, and that's a very reasonable expectation. But what that does for your commission structure, it creates two timelines. One timeline that establishes a potential commission based on bookings, and another timeline that creates earned commissions based on collections payment. So that can be really tricky and demotivating for reps because either they have to wait months or they have to help with collections. So one alternate is to consider paying commissions up front and clawing back commissions when payment isn't received. This obviously requires vetting of deals properly, making sure they have a good probability of closing, but it can motivate your reps to close deals as they feel the immediate effect of commission. Number six, use goal-based commissions to drive result. So what we want to suggest is here, you could use either flat rates or attainment-based tiers, but commissions are not really motivating unless you have targets. So those targets could be sales quotas, they could be, just payouts. So for example, let's go look at a plan set up within Sales Cookie. If I have a plan level quota, I get 40% of that quota. I have a certain payout per transaction. If I reach 100% of my quota, I have a higher payout. So you could either have attainment metrics or you could have payout metrics, but any metric or any indicative goal is better than no goal. Number seven, have no more than 3 metrics per role. So a lot of times what we see is you could have too many commission components. So you're going to be confusing your reps in terms of them having to figure out which component or which product is, going to give them a higher percentage. So where possible, keep your number of metrics to be under 3. Let the reps really focus on selling. Number 8, include both downside and upside gain. So what we want to avoid is over punishment while creating clear lines between great performance, okay performance, and poor performance. So one way to do that is to set goals such that 20% of your reps exceed those goals, 20% fail to deliver, and 60% fall in between. So this is a really good way to track that, the goals are achievable by 60 to 80% of your team, you can even build in accelerators, and that makes it, both reasonable and motivating. Number 9, match measurement periods to sales cycle. So for example, selling a car is tough, but that could be, could happen within days versus selling enterprise software, which might take months. So what we recommend is aligning your sales commission program to your sales cycle, because we want to have reasonable sales goals. We want to understand, is the attainment period different from payment? So for example, do you have a quarter to date attainment but monthly payouts? Or whatever that schedule that makes sense for you, but measuring, the period to the sales cycle is important. Last but not the least, make volume metrics your primary metric. So it's very tempting for a lot of companies to throw in some, MBOs, but what, it feels to your reps is really confusing, or that they feel like you're trying to nickel or dime them, or these are distractions. So your typical, your primary metric really should be a volume-based metric. Depending on the role, this could be a number of deals closed, total revenue, total profit, appointment books, and so forth. So in today's video, we shared with you 10 key practices that we hope will help you streamline your sales commission program. Any questions or comments, drop us a line at info@salescookie.com. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.